I also believe that ECOWAS has focused too much on politics and on security at the disadvantage of economics. Remember that most of the problems that have led to the disenfranchisement of some of these states have roots in economic cause. And ECOWAS itself was founded as an economic community of West African states. So I believe that ECOWAS did not focus enough and adequately on the economic component of the socio-political dynamics that have led eventually, unfortunately, to these three countries leaving. Now, these countries are rich countries, but their people are not rich. So there are so many complicated dynamics that have led to them to get disenfranchised from the point of being regionally integrated. So what's the point of associating yourself with 13 or 12 other countries if you are not seeing the benefits and reflecting into your economic development as a country, as people? And so you see that they are justified in a way from their perspective in taking the decision to walk out. And the walking out did not come all of a sudden. Remember that I think a couple of years ago, it was last year, when the three countries came up and signed the Liptako government agreements. Yeah. Mali, Burkina, and Niger have signed that a couple of years ago. So it comes to no surprise that these countries have decided finally, maybe, perhaps, Louis is right in the fact that they might have been persuaded more easily by other powers. Wagner's footprints across West Africa are unmistakable. Whether they are the ones who are actually pushing, or whether it was already set in motion before that, and they just came and landed on plateau. But what matters for us is that this regional integration foundation is being eroded as we sit. The normal integration and flows of trades across West Africa, which is supposed to fuel economic transformation, especially for the landlocked countries, is broken to the detriment of the landlocked countries because they will still depend on the coastal countries to have their normal trade. We've seen the statistics from your team earlier on. They depend on the corridors from the coastal countries for imports, but also for exports. So what's the next move? It really depends on who is calling the shots behind this the recent decision, which is a very unfortunate decision.
Yeah, I mean...